Recording. Yeah. Hey guys. Um, as you all know, I always promised it to be a quick one, and this one probably will be because I'm actually not doing any intro. Just gonna go straight into results and maybe talk about the mindset shit a little bit later. Just I got one little thing here actually that I wanted to talk about. So I've been really like looking at my results, and actually let's see if I can see it here. Yeah, it's actually been a trend in during this challenge as well. So as you can see, my average winnings are 472, but my average losses are higher. So luckily, I win more often than I don't, because otherwise I'd be losing my money. And as you know, this challenge is not going too great. Although the last few weeks been going pretty well. But from last week's Saturday, my last session was a very short session and lost £1,500, and I completely lost my shit. So annoyed because I believe I played well. But anyway, the point I actually brought these average winnings and average losses is that the trend I've found in my game is I mean everyone can play well when they're running well, right? We all know that. It's easy. You're confident. You're hitting cards. Yeah. But I do actually generally think that when I do make hands, I make absolute well not 8 times out of 10, maybe 9 times out of 10, absolute most value on it. So by that I mean, like, even though I have the absolute nuts and I just know that the guy I'm playing against just is not strong at all, I do what's his name, manage to squeeze a little bit of value. So just because he got the nuts, don't go max pot unless the guy's absolute calling station. And this happened to me only probably twice in my life when I knew my opponent was just not folding absolutely anything, and I confidently went 4 5x spot, and in both cases got almost immediately snapped. Um, so that's when you really know your opponent. So yeah. Anyway, back to what I want to say. It's about so yeah, I'm pretty good at maximizing my wins. Uh, but what my biggest problem is it's not minimizing my losses. So it doesn't matter how good you are, if you just not, if your opposition just keeps on making the nuts, obviously you're not going to beat them, you're just not going to win. So in those situations, your job becomes to um to lose the least amount possible. And as I can see here, my average losses are, yeah, I think they're too high. They're just simply too high. So that's actually one thing I really want to start focusing on the next month, maybe even longer, or just something that always just keep an eye out. Whether it's mindset related, or either way, just I really should bring the average losses down, because at the moment, you can't see it here. I win, I believe, about 60% of my sessions. That's overall. This is not during the challenge. During the challenge is probably worse because yeah, we were playing cash pretty terribly. In fact, the big chunk of the money that we won came from tournaments. Um, this was actually until Saturday. This was over 3.5. So this was £6 an hour. So yeah, the big blinds an hour is terrible at the moment. This definitely needs to go higher during this challenge. But at least it's in the profit, because if you remember, it was in the negative. So yeah, it's just finding a way to minimize the losses. And so if I could bring have more winning sessions, so bring from overall I have so over 60%. So if I can just bring that up to 65, or if I'm being very ambitious, if I could bring that up to like 70, that would be really good. And on those sessions that I do lose, so if I the 30 35, well, at the moment 40% of sessions that I do lose, if I could bring that average loss to be much smaller, that I think would really improve the win rate. So just need to find out why is it. So I'm guessing it's because when I'm not running well, I'm just really forcing it. But other than that, last few weeks have been good. Um, there you go. So we had a disappointing run, and then we had there you go. We had a few. These are actually quite a few sessions, just because they were winning with. They look like a one long session, but they're not actually. In fact, I actually been playing a little bit less this week. Not because I was aiming for it, just life kind of got a little bit in the way. Was getting to the casino a bit later, or in some occasions just because there were no dealers that had to start later. So yeah, this you can see that little drop of the big loss I had on Saturday. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. So yeah, for you guys in the future, just for you aspiring professional poker players, just keep that in mind. Your job as a poker player is to maximize your good days and minimize your bad days, right? Profit wise. So as you can learn from my experience, you can see um if those losses were much smaller, on the days that I didn't go off the rails, I didn't punt, didn't force the action. Yeah, sorry, no, that's I forced the action and paid for it dearly. Maybe not left the tables when I should have. Those, as you can see, can have a really tremendous hit on your long-term profitability. So yeah, keep that in mind. I don't think there's anything else I want to say. I'm really hungry. I just came back from the gym. Still haven't cooked it. Also shaved my head, so everything's behind. It's already Yeah, it's already 10 to 8. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go play today. I might play something online. We'll see. But other than that, yeah. Key good things that have been happening a few weeks. Like the things I've been mentioning was not forcing the action, trying to keep calm, trying to keep my mind occupied, not over, keeping it simple. Just trying to be as relaxed and calm as possible, and just letting the game come to me. There was actually, yeah, before Saturday, there was a session where I literally just wasn't getting any hand, and the whole session came to just one good hand, literally. Won a really big pot, and that's when I flopped the house with Queen 10 against Queen Jack off. Luckily, the Jack didn't come, and the board that didn't double pair. Um, and even though I think he should have got away from it because the backdoor flush came in. And he check code, led the river, and I jammed when he led big. So I think he could have found a fault. I don't know. Gave me too much credit for finding bluffs, which is not the reason I think I should be turning down bluffs there. If people just show tremendous strength, they just don't seem to fold. So I just don't think they're going to be capable of folding strong hands. So there you go, little tidbit. I mean, this one's obvious, but for me, it's always been a hard one. It's like, just if they have a strong hand, doesn't matter uh how coordinated the board is on the river. It's like how many flush draws is like, yeah. By the way, on Saturday, there you go. That reminds me. On Saturday, I still got called by trips when I overbet the river. When they were forecast to a straight, backdoor flush came in as well, which was also a straight flush, and I still got called by trips. So, which are literally at best a bluff catcher when I have all the houses, all the flushes, and all the straights. So there you go. Something to remember. Anything. Anyway, I said, yeah, I wanted to be quick. So there's nothing I said. Although we are doing a little bit better. We are up about this is gonna work. There you go. We're up overall 8K. We're just winning £15 an hour. If for us to hit the challenge, it needs to be £30 an hour, which means I need to go on insane right in the next few weeks. As I mentioned, probably not gonna happen. That's fine. At least it's slowly creeping up, and that's all we need. Just as long as it's going up, as long as there's progress, that's it. So if this at the end of the challenge ends up being £20 an hour, I'll be very happy. That's the main thing I'm focusing. Is not the overall winnings, not the total hours, just making sure I'm playing correctly, keeping my head, maximizing my wins. Hopefully, this figure will drop down as well. So when I lose, I don't lose big. And yeah, just growing up that way. Okie dokie. All right. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next week. See you later.